Why do these home base reports keep coming out when I'm asleep and then I have to record these with my morning voice because I don't want to wait because I'm too excited? Today we're talking about the, what do they call this? The 8/5/2020. They need to give these like special names. You know how they give them a color up here? I feel like we should have like the Drago update or something dramatic like that. I don't even know. Anyway, we got some efficiency improvements overflowing with llamas. You can now open them 10 at a time, which is pretty good. I know some of you people are sitting on hundreds, so you might have some, snide comments regarding that, but 10 at a time is literally 10 times better than we had before. In fact, I actually want to hop into game right away. I did test the weapon, a little bit of a spoiler there, but I have 10 llamas that I've been holding on to. Can I open... I'm afraid to open 10 because I want to open like all these founders and upgrade ones in like one video. So I'm scared to test it for you guys here, but I'm going to just assume that that works perfectly fine, just like the weapons do. You can also upgrade weapons 10 at a time. And then when you purchase llamas, more than one is found a detail screen. This can be accessed. Okay, anyway. So now complete with an item count indicator of how many schematics or heroes you already own. I feel like they already had that, but it was always kind of buggy anyway. So if you have a hero or schematic, you can level up 10 at a time, and then it says efficiency to the max, which it's efficiency to like 1/5 of the max, but you know what, I'll give it to him anyway. Efficiency to the max would be selecting all the way to 50, but it's fine. I'm happy with this. I'm really not complaining. This is really cool because anybody who's ever leveled up a weapon before knows that it's just like disgustingly slow, like really, really slow. I always go Shadow Shard even when it's in the collection book. And if you're wondering why I'm doing this, Beast, why are you wasting all your materials? I love leveling up my collection book. You get actually good stuff. Now, the the materials here, the evolution materials, I'm pretty much breaking even on this one, but I have like Flux and perk up and everything along the way here. Yeah, Flux, re-perk, perk up. Like, there are legitimately good rewards from the collection book. So I've actually been leveling my collection book up, but as you'll see, a lot of my weapons are just not leveled up. So this is really quick when I'm not just like in demonstration mode. When I'm not just in demonstration mode, this is quite good. This is very, 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 very fast, and I'm really, really glad that I didn't level up all my weapons. In my free time, I was leveling up weapons one time, and it was so painfully slow that I just stopped, and now I can see that this is not so bad. And, of course, to just make that a complete statement, I'll also say that heroes were always, like, way faster. You could always upgrade them, like, one at a time, a lot faster than weapons. So everybody was wondering where all my training manuals went. That's where all my training manuals went. But let's not distract from the rest of the report too much. We got more to read here. So finally, we've got some questions regarding the ventures unlock. So all right, let me just run a command in our Discord. You can also do this in my stream. I think it's right now. Oops, I misspelled it. Right now it's the ventures command, where there is a leaked Google Doc of all the rewards. Just give us all of them, Epic. Why do you gotta be so coy? Come on, like we know what it gives you. I have people that are in my circle who are already past level 50. Like, just anyway, they want you to play through the experience, so they don't want you to be hung up on the rewards, I guess. I don't know. They did give us the important ones. Like, I'll admit, I don't really care about the gold and the flux and everything in between. It's not that exciting, but trust me, 500 gold here, 500 gold here, 125. It adds up. I haven't done the math. Don't quote me on it, but it feels like I got like 10,000 gold from ventures. Again, that is probably way off because you get gold for actually playing the missions while you're leveling up. So you might hit level 50, but you played, I don't know, 100 missions to get there. That's just a shot in the dark. I don't actually know what that is. But my point is, you get a lot of gold from ventures. You also get the challenges done. That's probably where a lot of it came from, which I know we're talking about the home base report, but if you guys want like quick tips on how to level up in ventures, do the highest missions you can. Do your challenge quests, get these taken care of as fast as possible, and then I completed it, but do the imposter quest line because that also gives you one of each supercharger. So I know you guys want superchargers. I know that they are highlighting exactly what levels you get more superchargers. You want to get as many of those as possible because, as we've seen, they aren't exactly very strong. Dennis Jr., Magus did say he'd be coming out in the next couple of weeks, so that's cool. He did say that about a week and a half ago, so the fact that this is coming out on August 7th, we are on August 5th, Dennis Jr. gives you totally rocking out. That is kind of a big deal. You know those rad llamas you've been opening forever? You know those 4 rad heroes? I can actually show them while I'm talking here. You know those 4 rad heroes that, are activating an ability that you don't have? Let me just find them real quick. Yep, right here. So, Wildcat eliminations, Varsity Hero eliminations drop a football. power up, I think it's melee heavy attack eliminations, which is really specific. And the Mage Stage Quinn gives you those wafers. All of those activate Totally Rockin' Out, which comes from Dennis Jr., who I have in the book because I don't like him. But if you like him, that's great. He does give you Totally Rockin' Out based on axe eliminations, which is... it's good, you know. Axes needed something going for them, so at least they have Dennis Jr. And then the surround pound, which is quite a good weapon. I got my surround pound best perks right there. That'll be linked below. And then there was something else up here that I wanted to comment on, and I don't think I think I missed it. Anyway, I don't know. They had something cute in there about like sharing your loadouts with your friends or something, and I was like, oh yeah, way ahead of you. That'll be linked below. If you guys need some good Ventures loadouts, it'll be there. Again, I am like group blind, by the way. This was way more prevalent in my range tier list where I just could not see weapons that I was literally hovering over, so I'm sure it's in here. But my point is, yeah, Ventures loadouts, if you need some good ones, that'll be totally linked below. Make your experience a little bit more interesting or a little bit more fun. And then Crankshot is going to be here. So for those brave souls who don't unmute their dialogue, I am not one of them. You get to listen to that and then also get the Dessa Blaster. I need to make a video on this. I know I do. I am very uninformed about it, but it tells you here. Crank it up to 11 with the Dessa Blaster. Shoots a blast of sound that pierces enemies and bounces up to 5 times. So that's tricky because 5 bounces is a lot to take advantage of. You will almost certainly need to build. So this is the kind of weapon that's good to like shoot into a trap tunnel, I guess. If your trap tunnels needed any more help, maybe this is probably better in the lower zones. I haven't seen any endgame players who have actually really taken, you know, good use of this weapon. Sorry, Skulls, I know you love this thing. He gave it to me and I was just like really not impressed. And then the bigger takeaway from the Dessa Blaster is the fact that it's, if I even have my copy, yeah, here it is. It takes, well, how many, what's the ammo? Yeah, 30 energy cells per shot. So you better be doing some crazy damage if you're going to ask me to spend 30 cells per shot, because the deatomizer is only taking like 25 or so, and it does... it does a whole heck of a lot more. So I've never been a fan of the Dessa Blaster. That's why I've never made a video on it. But seeing as it's coming back, probably should cross that off my list. Again, Penny, you know, for those brave souls who want to unmute and listen to her song, you can. Parasaur Jess. Somebody told me in my comments on my stream that there was a leaked Dino Jess coming around, and I didn't believe them. And that's a thing that is a good quality to have. I don't take everything in my chat 100%, but I did ask for proof and I got nothing. So I feel a little bad for calling them a potential liar, but I am also a little, you know, you could have tagged me on Discord with a quick screenshot or link or something. Regardless, that's just an individual story. But apparently you're getting 7.2% of your max health when you're using your abilities, which sounds like a lot. You know, I'm glad that we're up from the 2.125% health, but abilities are probably a little bit harder to spam. That's cool though. That really is cool, because if you have an ability based loadout, now you can just heal yourself by activating your Dragon Slash, or what have we been using? Does Crossbones, does the Blakebeard stash count? I guess those aren't abilities. What would be good? Shock Tower and Teddy spam? That's something I use in my Ventures loadout as well. I use Shock Towers a lot right now, so being able to use Charge Fragments and spam the Shock Tower and Teddy is probably a good way to get a lot of health yet. I'd be really interested to see how useful that is. That's kind of an exciting hero. And then you get a lot of health in the lead. It'd be a tricky thing to use in the lead, because if you're using abilities, I guess it'll matter what ability she has, because she is a... well, let me see if she's in the collection book, actually. Sometimes they put these things in early. Speaking of which, they have beefed up the collection book a little bit, you know. Got the birthday ones. I'm not going to show it, but you can believe me that Magus did confirm on Reddit, as he always does. he's good. He's active, but I don't love hearing about these things from Reddit. Ah, there we go. What does she got here? Phase Shift, Shock Tower, and Seismic Smash. So that's interesting. You could run like a Phase Shift loadout, you know, with a couple of support heroes, and then just spam Phase Shift to heal yourself. Kind of cool. That could be kind of cool. I'm not even gonna lie. You could put her in your farming build, because if you're playing passively, just running around farming, perhaps you take a bunch of damage and you can just Phase Shift away to heal yourself. I don't know. That could be really cool. That could be useful. Oh, Seismic Smash. I forgot about that. Oh my gosh. All of the abilities in the game that are spammable are just coming to my brain right now. But as he always does, he confirmed on Reddit that they will be filling out the collection book with things that are missing. I doubt that that is already active. I mean, if so, then GG, Epic, you really got on it, because there are weapons like the holiday set. So the Yeoman was never in the book. It doesn't appear that it is in here right now, but depending on when you're watching this, it should be updated. And the pirate weapons is where I believe they'll be putting the last word. It is also not in the book. Those are the only two that I know of, but off the top of my head at least, but I'm sure there are more that are just kind of missing, and it makes sense, especially with the range tier list where we missed a couple and I forgot about a couple of weapons. There are a lot of weapons in the okay, we got some news on supercharger glitches. Everyone that did the glitch got their superchargers removed for all their schematics and from their inventories, so no one has any more superchargers than possible. Good. So they removed all the illegitimate superchargers. That's good news, actually. That's good to know. Somebody also did mention, I'm putting this at the end of the video just for the people who really stuck around. We have some big news. I know that I've just been flapping about here, but I was told that you can now research the Art Deco weapons with Flux. You cannot do it with the heroes, which was a little bit of a good news, because for those of you who didn't know, I just used my voucher on Gumshoe. Now, I have every hero in the game right now. I genuinely value Flux more than my voucher, but that's good for me to know. But hopefully this is intended. I frankly don't care. I don't feel like this is an exploit. I'm not afraid to do this, but I want the floor flusher so bad, I will just do that. I want the big shot so bad, I will just do that. I do not. I want these weapons. I have been needing these for my inventory forever. And let's see, right off the bat, what kind of 6 perks? I got fire and nature. Oh, I was hoping for a second that it lined up the elements. They did not. So that's cool. The floor flusher is one of the hardest hitting, like the highest DPS ARs in the game, and the big shot is just incredibly strong. So I'm looking for fire. I'm going to do one more as like a live demonstration for what I'll be doing, and what I recommend doing is that, oh, I don't have any weapon designs. Anyway, when I get weapon designs later on, you should always flux with purple. You know, get one of these with purple. Check the 6 perk. Make sure it's going to be useful. Then spend your legendary perk up like I've done here. I have all of these set aside, but I can see that it's going to be Affliction. That was back when Affliction was what you wanted, by the way. Anyway, I also have a vacuum tube revolver, so I can now see that it's going to be Chain Lightning. Now, I got this from a llama, but it goes to show that purple weapons are essentially just as good to recruit as legendary, because legendary is significantly harder to get than purple. You can only get 50 every week rather than 100, which adds up. As you can see, I have a significantly more purple than gold, but as I also showed earlier, you can get more flux just by leveling up your collection book, which I want to say I'll be doing, but I just wasted all my weapon designs and now can't get Art Deco weapons. So I have a little bit of work to do, but that's it for this. I hope I didn't drag this on too long. It's not it for this. Oh my god, there's more news. I'm so sorry. I forgot about Redline Ramirez. That is also important to mention. I'm not even going to end the video here. Redline Ramirez is a big deal because she ups your quick shot sniper damage by 17%. I use her in all of my bow builds. If I can show... I don't think I've used bows in a while. Anyway, her and Rabbit Raider Jonesy are really, really good. I think he's long gone by now. Yeah, Rabbit Raider was in the shop for like a month or 2 or 3. Very, very good. I can actually show him here so you know who to look for in the future. He basically just buffs your sniper crit damage, which I don't love to run crit on snipers, but he's the only other hero in the game that directly buffs snipers themselves. And that's important for this other reason. So, they just released Whiteout Fiona with the... Let me find event people. They just released Whiteout Fiona with the Hit the Road, and in the Road Trip Heroes, we have Thunder Thora, which is definitely one of the... Just kidding, she's not that good. We have Tactical Assault Sledgehammer, who is potentially next in line to be unlocked. Now, I don't love crits on snipers, but on SMGs and ARs, and yeah, he is a top pick. He is right up there with Rescue Trooper Ramirez. I use them in every build. If he's in the lead, she's in support. If she's in the lead, he's in support. They are, like, very, very good. If you run crit builds on your weapons, he is almost, I think he's identical to Rescue Trooper Ramirez. There's a little bit of disparity there, but I'm not going to get into the math today. Very, very good hero. Definitely worth a grab. And now, this is the end of the video. This is where I should say, if they ever release the Art Deco llamas with V-Bucks or something, you should use code Mista to check out. I really appreciate it. Member link in the description. No outro today because I don't like to edit these. It's just raw. Just checking out the patch notes. I'm going to go shower and get some food and probably stream today. So I'll see you guys later if you're watching this upon release. Oh, 15 minutes. Fun.